Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to cover a story that has been making the rounds. A little bit late on it, but it's a game that I covered quite a bit on this channel, and we mentioned it a few times during the autumn sale and its deals. However, it has just gotten a surprise update that has broken the game for a lot of people. Prototype has gotten an update on Steam that has made some changes to its credits that kind of hint at the game potentially getting a remaster or some sort of re-release. However, at the same time, it has broken some of the mods for the game, and now the game is broken for some people. From what I can gather, it's the mod that people were using to make the game playable in a lot of instances. I actually used that mod earlier this year, and there seems to be some issues with that. Now, I beat the game earlier this year, then I uninstalled Prototype. However, after this update came out, I was like, let me re-download the game and see if I can play it. I re-downloaded the game, and I was able to play it. I played about 25 to 30 minutes, no issues whatsoever. I've also heard from people that have said that the game is working fine on Steam Deck. This is very much a, well, it's running for me fine, you guys. It's running fine for me, you guys, so it must be a you problem. No, I'm not saying it's a you problem, but I will say, in my experience, downloading the game post-update, it has worked fine. So take that for what you will. Activision did get an update, and the update was about 600 megabytes. And the thing about the update is it does add some notes to the credits of the game, making mention of Ubisoft Connect and some updates to the credit, indicating a Prototype remaster might be happening. Now, the interesting thing about this is Prototype actually got a port onto PlayStation 4, I was about to say PlayStation 5, it was a PlayStation 4 port, and it was Prototype 1 and 2 in a collection, and it was really just a port. It wasn't really an upgraded release. I really wonder how much of a remaster are you looking to do with Prototype. It's not going to be something akin to, like, Oblivion. I don't think Prototype has the juice and the interest to warrant a remaster like that. Like, I really like Prototype, and I think the game is really good, but at the same time, I just don't think there's that interest level. Like, Oblivion is a juggernaut of a game, and it's going to do really well. Prototype isn't really that, but, you know, remasters come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. There's remasters that sometimes even make the game worse, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention, first of all, because the game might be damn near unplayable for some of you guys, but at the same time, if you have the game in your library and it didn't work for you, I know that there's a lot of traction about the game not working and it breaking the game. Try downloading the game and seeing if it works for you, because I will say this, I played Prototype not modding it, and the game would not work on a myriad of PCs that I've tested the game on. Then I modded the game, and then it was fine. I was able to beat the game. Then this update comes out, and I'm like, okay, let me re-download the game. And the game works fine for 30 minutes. You know, it's just one of those things with PC gaming that I kind of hate about PC gaming. You know, there was a time where I liked, you know, figuring out what was wrong, diagnosing issues. Oh, let me try this. Let me limit my CPU usage and my CPU core so I can get Fallout 3 working. Yeah, I ain't about that life anymore. I'm an old, washed-up man. I ain't trying to do that. You know, earlier this year when Spider-Man 2 came out, I spent, like, literally 3 days trying various things to make that game work better and better, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. I paid $60 for this game, and I'm just troubleshooting the game for 3 days. In my opinion, it's the worst thing about PC gaming when you're just left for like a day or two on a game that you really want to play, and you're just troubleshooting. It's like, get the F out of here. Nobody got time for that. At least I don't got time for that anymore, and you know what? I do have time for it. I don't want to do it. I'm old and washed up. I'm not trying to troubleshoot issues, unless it's something very simple where it was like Prototype. It was literally like, install this mod. It took me 20 seconds. Okay, that's one thing, but for a new game coming out and then it's completely broken, crashing all over the place, and you know, you can't really do much about it outside of just tinker with settings and whatnot. It's a crap show, and I absolutely hate it, but you know, it might be working for you. You know, got on a little bit of a tangent there. Prototype might be working for you. Try it out, and then as far as the game itself is concerned, I will say this, a lot of the times when remasters do happen, they do appreciate the price of the existing game. They sometimes delist the existing game, like the original release. This happened with Assassin's Creed 3. If you remember, the Stalker games actually recently just got an upgrade with their releases. It's like Stalker Enhanced, and those versions of the game are now appreciated in price point. It's just something to bear in mind when Prototype is going for $3.99 on the Steam store, but now, you know, it might be a broken iteration of Prototype. It's gonna vary from people to people, but some people want to have all of the iterations of a game, or have the original version of a game. Like, you can't get the original Assassin's Creed 3, I don't believe, on Steam anymore. You have to get the Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered Edition, and some people aren't about that. They like to have the original game, so I will bring that to your guys' attention. But based on the fact that the updates are being baked into the credits, it could be an instance of it just being a straight upgrade, and it'll be a free upgrade, but you don't know. You never can guess, because every publisher kind of handles things differently, and every game is handled differently if it does in fact get an enhanced release. I will say this about Prototype as a game itself: I do recommend you guys to play it. I remember growing up when it was coming out in 2009, right around the time of Infamous. I remember that summer of 2009 very vividly. I got Infamous the day it came out. Uncharted 2 Beta came with Infamous as well. And I was definitely a PlayStation guy over an Xbox guy at that point, and Prototype was kind of the Xbox game, although Prototype was a multi-platform game. But there was this head-to-head battle of Infamous versus Prototype, and I think after both games came out, the general consensus was that Infamous was a better game, but both games were pretty solid games, and Prototype was a solid game in its own outing. The thing about it when it initially came out is, I remember back in the day, people were like, wow, this game visually looks pretty bad. It looks like a good PS2 game at best. And going back and playing the game, yeah, visually, this game is absolutely something that does not hold up all too well. The cutscenes are terrible. The voice acting is awful. The main character, Alex Mercer, is an absolute edgelord. However, where Prototype absolutely shines is the gameplay, and the gameplay of Prototype makes you feel like an absolute badass. And that's sometimes exactly what you want out of an open world game. You just want to feel like an absolute badass. You want to wreak some havoc, and Prototype lets you do that incredibly well, and you just feel like an overpowered monster. And, you know, sometimes that's exactly what the doctor ordered as far as a game is concerned. You don't need a narrative in every game that you're gonna get super invested into. You don't need this world with an incredible amount of depth. You just want to create some absolute carnage, and Prototype absolutely lets you do that. And I feel like, you know, if you pick it up for $3.99 like it was on sale for, or $4.99, whatever the case may be, it's a pretty fun time. But just do keep in mind, you know, there might be some issues with this new update. The mod is broken, and I will add that you could always buy the game, see how it runs for you, and then ultimately you can refund the game if it doesn't work. You know, that is always an option, but wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. We'll see if Prototype does ultimately get a remaster, but yeah, I enjoyed the game, and I think it's a worthwhile playthrough, and from what I'm hearing, it is working well on the Steam Deck as well. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.